So we'll probably expand this parking some. That's where tractor trailer or horse trailer units will park to unload, to allow folks to get their horses to go trail riding here. As I go down the circle, you can see on the back of the landing there, just beyond the tractor bucket, you'll see some more yellow tape around some stakes, and that is the site of what is going to be the office for the Dark Family Ranch. It's pretty small, but it's also going to be a little cabin that perhaps someday the foreman or somebody like that would maybe live there. It's going to actually have 2 little bedrooms and a little kitchen area and a bath, so it's going to be livable, but its intent eventually will be the office for the place. Let's see, I'm going to go back down to the right for a moment. You see we've cleared all of this for the home site. In fact, we're about to bring the bulldozers in for the grading. I cleared all of this with the little Kubota L2501 tractor that I've got. It's a compact mid-size tractor, and it's enough to push over pines and do some clearing and take this old slash from the last tree harvest and pile it up. You can't see it from here, but there's a gully right where all those large tall trees are. That's a gully. It's not very wide, but it's pretty deep, and it's really going to be handy because our grading guy is going to push all of that slash that you see there now in the distance. Some of that was piled up when we bought the land. Much of it's piles that I've consolidated or added to, and all of that's going to get pushed into that gully, and then we'll grade over it and eliminate the gully and improve our view. The idea is, I'm turning around, about to hit a tree. Right straight ahead of me, you can see a stump right in front of the truck, and then in the distance is a pine right in the middle of that field, and that's the home site. That's where our we hope to build our house, or plan to build our house, and it will overlook quite a view. I'll try to show you in a little bit. So a lot of slash there to fill in, but it'll all go in that gully and then some, and just fill that gully up, and we'll crush over it and then fill it. Of course, we won't build on it, but it'll be it'll give us a nice place to put that slash, and also we won't have to burn it, and it'll also improve our view in doing that. Down the left side here, you can see the trailer where I haul the tractor back and forth, and again, more slash piles that I've consolidated with the tractor. Much of that work I did in order to just see the lay of the land and try to figure out what goes where. You can see the drawing for the whole plan on our website, but where that slash pile is right there is pretty much where the barn goes, a little below that, more like that pile right there. So the barn is going to be situated so that the horses can come up from what we call the lower 40. There's about 40 acres just above the floodplain from Fishing Creek, between our house and the barn and the creek, and so we want to be able to use that pasture. It's so beautiful down there, and then let the horses be able to come up to the barn. On the left here is we've begun clearing for Emma's home site. So this front area, you see a little line of trees dividing it. This front area is a smaller parking lot for the barn, Again, the barn will be just over to the right, and just right across the road we'll have this parking area for people who are coming to the barn or just coming to the barn. Beyond that, you can see where we've started clearing for Emma's home site. Emma's home site actually is right about to the right of that slash pile, right in there, so it's not cleared yet. I'll be working on that this spring and up to the summer, but that cleared area to the left of the slash pile is pretty much Emma's backyard. It begins her pastures, which will extend over to the tree line that you see in the distance. So I don't know if I can show you further down some of the other clearing work that we're doing. This is the left road. This has not been graded, or as you can see, hasn't been covered, although we will do that eventually. But I can take the tractor down this road quite easily, and the truck's a little bumpy, as you can see in the picture, I guess, but it goes down here just fine. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to stop here and get out, but I've been clearing the first of the pastures below the house, and it's well, let me take the keys out so the car will hush. If you look, I can see it. I don't know if I can point it out to you, but in the distance, you might see the edge of where I have been clearing, and it goes from there, although you can't see it all the way back to here. But I've cleared, I don't really know, probably about 2 or 3 acres down there, and it really wanted to see where the water flow is, the water coming off of this hill where our home is going to be. Obviously it has to go somewhere, and it works its way to the Fishing Creek. Fishing Creek is just inside the tree line in the very farthest distance, and someday I'll take you down there on a tractor. It's a beautiful creek and a beautiful view down there. But I'm clearing all of this flat land, and the edge point, there's a 100-year flood line that's just where this hill ends before it begins to flatten out. The flatten out area is in the floodplain, and I've seen it get wet already, although I've not seen it flood. But we know where the 100-year water line is. We know where the floodplain is. We're going to mow it all out and make it all pasture, but obviously we'll have any livestock able to be on the upper half or upper 2/3 that we know won't be flooding. But it's beautiful land down here. Our home will have a view of all of this. Most all these trees will go. It'll be open green pasture for the view. That's the corner of the property on the northern side, and then past those dead trees a few hundred yards is the southern back corner of the property. So that's it for today. That's a little update on how we're doing. So we're just clearing away, spending almost every Friday afternoon and Saturday on the tractor, just clearing and trying to figure out what to do and where to do it, and just having great fun. So hope you'll come see us sometime and check the progress, and when we get done, we hope you'll certainly come and ride your horse. We've got lots of trails already cut. There are trails that go from the back corner all the way around to the right corner and back up and around, and I've already cut 3 little park areas. There's a park in the far corner, and I've got one in the middle that's, I think, the prettiest. It's where we found a beaver working on a tree, so we call it the Beaver Overlook Park, and it's about right in there. And then just this morning I started, I had originally cleared an access to the creek in this southern corner, and